What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at the all-new 2025 Toyota Camry. This one is an XSE finished off in ocean green with the two-tone midnight black roof. MSRP is $39,100. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is going to power the all-new Camry. So pulling the hood latch, we can then grab the latch underneath. So the hood itself, it does actually weigh quite a lot. We got a prop rod up here. But the new Camry is only a hybrid. So this is going to feature a 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder hybrid engine. Net horsepower on front wheel drive is 225. Torque is 163 and it has a CVT transmission. With that, this car weighs in around 3,600 pounds, runs on a 13-gallon fuel tank, and you can expect 48 miles per gallon in the city with 47 out on the highway. Taking a look at these headlights, have a nice LED design to them. You can see the daytime running light right there, that'll pop up in white, and of course your turn signal. Nice blacked out design fading into the black trim on the upper grille, and I like how the body color cuts into the headlights as well. We also have a daytime running light down below with a black trim piece around that, and I like on the XSE you get this body colored grille. It looks so cool, especially with this ocean green color. It's like a bluish green metallic. Really nice design with some sharp lines for the front splitter. And then on the farthest sides of the bumper, you got these cool winglets that cut into it. So it's a pretty aggressive looking car, very sporty for being an economical daily driver. You got some nice sharp body lines cutting through the hood as well, just really adding to the style with the new Camry. And then at the side profile, we have a set of 19-inch wheels, two-tone color, splits 5-spoke design, and then some sharp body lines throughout this front wheel arch. You have one prominent body line throughout the side profile, a nice design on the side skirt, black color for the mirror caps, and then you can see all the midnight black for this roof, and then blacked out pillars surrounding all the windows. You do have a panoramic roof up on top, and for the side profile, it looks about what you would expect. It looks like a nice normal mid-size sedan, very similar to the previous generation Camry. Coming around to the rear, I like how the black and body color kind of just cut through this pillar, fades very nicely into the trunk, and then the sharp body line cuts into these LED taillights. Really nice design as you see this black trim piece throughout the center with Camry blacked out. Got your Toyota badge and then a gloss black spoiler up on top. You got the rear diffuser finished off in more of the body color to give it a very finished off look, super sporty. Little fins down below, all of your badging throughout the center. And I don't think you can complain. I think it's a really good looking car overall. Moving on to storage space, there's gonna be a button right here. We can manually pop that open. Got about 15 cubic feet of cargo space in here. Very wide on the left and right side, and then you can lift up this and you're going to see all your spare tire changing equipment. From here we can unlock the back seats. We can just pop this and you're going to see the black leather in here. You're going to see the perforations with the blue, which is a pretty cool touch. But with those unlocked, we can easily pop those down. They're going to fold nice and flat. Big opening into the trunk. You do have a little bit of a step up though, and then coming back around you can see you got a pretty good amount of space in this car. All manual for the trunk. Closing that. On the rear door panel, you are going to get some plastic up above, some vinyl in the center, a little bit of padding for the armrest, and then if I go ahead, pull these back up, you will have the center seat with an armrest and cup holders. This can seat 3 people. Climate vents, a few USB ports, and storage behind the front seats. Hopping in now at 5'11". I sit here with a pretty good amount of space. Good legroom with the driver's seat at my height. Plenty of glass as well. I love the panoramic sunroof. Backrest is pretty comfortable overall. I wouldn't mind a little more padding down here, but nonetheless, not too bad for a midsize. Moving on to the front seat now. You will see a little bit nicer materials on the door. So you have some soft touch plastic and then the same perforated leather throughout the insert. Nice grab handle, all of your controls, padding for your armrests, storage down below. Power seats as well, and then you're going to see more of the smooth leather with perforated leather throughout the center with all the blue perforations. 3-spoke design on the leather wrapped steering wheel, and then hopping in with my foot on the brake, let's fire it up. Not necessarily going to hear the engine turn on every time, but you're going to have controls on the left and right side. You have cruise control over here, Bluetooth and audio, even paddle shifters for the CVT transmission, stalk on the right for windshield wipers, headlights on the left. And then the screen itself in the center, you can scroll left and right, see a few different things that are going to pop up, which is a nice touch. And then if we hold down the OK icon, you can further customize each of these 3 screens. So nice how there's kind of a nice section to where you can adjust what you want to see in this car. And if we play with the drive modes right down here, it'll show you a pretty nice depiction for all 3 of your drive modes. So nice screen. It's not too crazy complicated, but honestly gets the job done very well. You have controls on the left side here for the trunk, fuel cap, automatic headlights, a little bit more of this material, and then there's soft touch up on the dashboard. Some gloss black trim on the dash with these nice veins that kind of go from the vent into the screen. Pretty cool design overall. And then if we just exit out of some of this, of course, once you set up your car, you'll have the full screen nav, you have all your audio, phone integration as well. Going under car, you'll get a little bit of information that you're able to mess with. So kind of nice overall. It's a simple screen, basically what you're going to notice on any other Toyota. So pretty easy to use overall. Settings icon, you're going to see a few more things that you would expect. And then we have a nice backup camera, and you can adjust that in 2 different views. Going back into park, you are going to have all your climate controls always down here on these physical toggles. We have the temperature on the left, fan speed as well, zone, heated steering wheel, heated seats. Then you're going to see 2 air vents, plugs down below with wireless charging, lots of storage. You even have an EV mode to drive this in slow speeds for parking lot use. Then you have a nice padded armrest with extra storage underneath, and the glove box has quite a lot of space. I also like how you have this cool leather material on the dashboard fading into the door. So that's a pretty nice interior. Good look at that panoramic roof. Of course, all your controls, dome lights, thin mirror with garage door buttons, and overall a pretty good place to be. All right, so setting off now in the Camry Hybrid, giving it a little bit of gas and right up to speed. So given this has actually a larger 4-cylinder paired to the hybrid, it honestly is a pretty peppy car. I like that. I mean, it gets up to speed very easily. Obviously, it's not a sports car, but nonetheless, for a hybrid that can get about 50 miles to the gallon, I mean, it's nice to be able to safely get into traffic, get on the highway. I think that's a big plus with this car. It's got a good amount of power. Visibility, all kind of what you would expect. Easy to see around, mirrors do a good job. Over your right shoulder, those headrests unfortunately don't fold down, so they're a little big in the way. Wouldn't mind them getting out of the way. Aside from that though, I mean, it's a pretty easy car to drive. It's comfortable in here too. Now this does have a sport tuned suspension, so you can feel the bumps just a little bit. It still rides like a very smooth car and a high quality car, but you can definitely tell it feels, I guess, a little more solid, a little more stable than some cars might. You know, it doesn't really just float over bumps, but nonetheless, it's still solid over bumps to feel like a comfortable daily. Seats are pretty comfortable. Again, they're on a little bit of the harder side, so a little bit more sport style, I would say, in the Camry than luxury style. I also do like how we have nice materials. I mean, genuine leather on the seats, the steering wheel, the shifter, and then like all the other materials on the dash, the soft touch plastics are pretty nice to look at and pretty nice to touch. So it seems like an easy car to use, and it's got some good high quality materials to where you feel like, you know, this is a nice car. And given this is under 40 grand, it's really all not that expensive for being about as high as the Camry can go as far as equipment and options. Seats themselves, if I just adjust some of the adjustments on them, I feel like you can get in a pretty good driver's position. Armrests are really comfortable. I mean, this is just an easy car to drive. It's quiet in here too. You really don't hear any wind noise or road noise. The drive modes themselves, so if we go in eco mode, it definitely makes the car even more conservative. When you're in sport mode, the EV power really kicks in down low, and given this is front wheel drive, you can spin the tires a little bit. Just giving it quarter throttle around a turn, you're gonna feel the tires fighting for traction. So if you do drive a little bit more aggressively, all-wheel drive might be a better option. However, most people are going for the front-wheel drive. And if you leave it in normal mode, of course, you know, the power delivery is gonna be nice and smooth. Even with the CVT transmission, you know, I feel like the power delivery, the hybrid integration is pretty smooth as well. So if I just get up and go again, I can tell the engine did kick in, giving it some throttle to get up to speed. But you know, once I slow down, you'll see the EV icon right now. And right now we're purely in electric mode, just kind of cruising. So I like how it's a smooth car overall. You know, the CVT, when you're flooring it, you can tell it's a CVT. There's no gears or anything, but it still is pretty smooth with how the hybrid works. Toyota's been doing this for well over 20 years, so nothing really new for them to get into a hybrid like this now that the Camry is only a hybrid. But feels like a pretty solid car overall drive. It's very roomy in here. And if you're looking for just an easy car to operate with all the tech without going overboard, I feel like the Camry could be a pretty good option.